Yes, lads, Harry here. Welcome back to another video. I've just rushed home from the gym to be surprised with Sorare's biggest product roadmap yet. According to them on this tweet here, as we're looking, I've had a little read through it whilst I was at the gym, but I wanted to sit down with you guys and kind of just go through it a bit more thoroughly on Medium and yeah, just kind of run through things. And I'll give you my opinions. Obviously, I'm really excited to see what you guys think in the comment section as well. As far as all their new updates and whatever. But I've seen mixed sort of emotions so far, as far as feedback on Twitter and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to sort of dive into it now, and just get stuck into it. So I won't read every single word of the whole Medium article, but I'll try and go through everything as best I can. But at Sorare, we're innovating and taking the beautiful game to new heights. We're building the closest thing to being a club owner and one step beyond, blah, 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 blah. We don't really need to get into that. To fulfill our vision, our updates for the 23-24 season focuses on more passion, power, and more connection. Passion through the new fantasy gameplay that offers high levels of engagement, ownership, by gamifying our platform further so managers can customize and control every aspect of their club to find that winning edge, and then connection by fortifying our bridge between digital and real world and offering fan experiences that were once untouchable. I think that's like a massive point. Like, for myself, being able to do the Liverpool thing and whatever, I've had some of those. I've had a taste of some incredible sort of real life experiences because of Sorare, and I guess that I think that connection thing of what they're saying there is like it's going to be massive next season in that sense, for everyone, not just like creators or whatever, just get everyone that plays the game. Okay, more passion. New gameplay and competition formats. For the 23-24 season, we're adding 2 new competition gameplay loops to offer more opportunities to compete and take your football passion to new heights on Sorare. Going long. We're delighted to announce the 23-24 season launches the introduction of long format competitions on Sorare. We've seen this sort of hinted previously, I guess, in the last Medium article, or just maybe before that. But yeah, the whole monthly leaderboard situation, that's been known for a little while, but I guess this is it in its form. So we'll be looking to introduce long format leaderboards to Global All-Star, with the goal of launching them to more existing competitions, as well as some special weeklies later on in the season. So initially, the long formats are going to be Global All-Star only. Starting to September, Global All-Star competitions will have 2 leaderboards, a short and a long format. Long format leaderboards run across 8 game weeks. For the first long format leaderboard, your top 4 scores will only accumulate towards your final leaderboard score. So yeah, out of those 8 game weeks, only 4 of those scores count, or your highest 4 will count towards your points on the leaderboard. Makes sense. To compete in a long format competition, you just need to submit a team into Global All-Star competition. Okay. We'll balance the existing rewards across the short and long. Okay. The long format competition will reward fewer rewards than the short, but top performance will be rewarded with epic prizes. I wonder what those epic prizes will be. We'll announce the card rewards in greater detail, including the exact card rewards for podium finishes ahead of the first long format competition. For special occasions, we're also adding VIP tickets and experiences rewards for those top finishers. Yeah, I guess that sounds cool. So you're rewarding your most engaged members / customers or whatever, users, for being good at the game, I guess, over a longer period of time. And I think doing it with the tickets and stuff is kind of a nice way to do that. It'd be nice if you could choose which tickets, not it's completely free, or they give you a drop down of 10 games across X amount of leagues, whatever it is. Okay, a new kickoff game mode for fans who love to watch football. We are working on a brand new game mode which will initially launch on our mobile app. So initially launch there, that doesn't mean to say it's only going to be there. Eventually, please note that kickoff is very different from the current kickoff competitions, and that kickoff competition and kickoff game modes namings could change. Well, I've just seen the word kickoff 10 times in that sentence, so a little bit confusing as far as wording goes there. So that, I don't know. I'm no punctuation expert, but yeah, that didn't sound too great of a sentence. But regardless, okay, so we're having a new kickoff game mode. Okay, what is it? The new game mode will be quick, social, and mobile-first experience where you can play with or against your friends in specific match modes every day. Okay. At the bar with your friends to watch your favorite derby, all of you can open the Sorare app, select 5-card derby lineups of players, and prove once and for all who knows their football best. Newsflash, it will always be you, the Sorare OG. Facts. Kickoff is being built to be fun for new fans, but also for our existing community, as you'll be able to compete with all card scarcities. Within this game mode, we're testing multiple key directions for our beta launch, including daily leaderboards with promotion and relegation, a clan feature, a feature for groups of friends to play against each other, a head-to-head format. This will be new and immediate entry point for new Sorare managers with natural loops into the existing core game. So, that kind of feels like this is going to be like the new draft system in that sense. Like, we have the draft right now for new users that, don't want to spend money on the platform and want to get used to it, and get used to the scoring matrix. I guess this is actually a cleverer way of doing it in a weird way, because it's daily. Well, as long as there's a game on, where like the game week, like, if I tell somebody to sign up, I don't know, on Wednesday, well, their games aren't going to kick off till the weekend, until the new game week starts, because, there'll be a midweek game week whilst I'm speaking to him on that Wednesday. Do you get what I'm saying? That he wouldn't be involved in. So I guess with this sort of daily thing that they're doing, this kickoff thing, it kind of makes more sense. And the thrill can be immediate, rather than like you have to wait till the weekend or wait till whenever the next game week is live, which I think is interesting. Peace with the new Cash Wallet launch coming very soon. When Cash Wallet, lads, it will offer a new opportunity for Sorare to grow and reach football fans across the globe. That is obviously the goal. But that's what we're saying for now. Expect more next month. Okay, with kickoff and regular long format competitions, the 23-24 season will see competitions operate in daily, weekly, and monthly formats. We're breaking out of we're breaking out of the standard game week model. So I guess game weeks aren't going to be a thing anymore, or the one that we have right now, the 2 a week type of format. For our community, this presents a new way to strategize and connect with players you love. For Sorare, we can be more ambitious with our growth and conversion plans through a social app where fans' passion, and connection is immediate. Yeah, I get that immediate thing, especially when like you're signing up and stuff, or if you're speaking about Sorare to somebody that's new or whatever, and if you want them to get a taste of the game like now, if there's a game on that night, they can do their five-a-side kickoff thing that night rather than wait for the game week on the weekend. And I don't know. I think that immediate thing is like kind of I think that'll be a big deal as far as conversion and getting new people involved in Sorare. Okay, other gameplay product roadmap updates. We are lowering super eligibility in unique competitions from 2 to 1. The total number of unique cards on the platform is now high enough for us to update unique competition eligibility. Interesting. So yeah, I know this is not going to, this doesn't even apply to me. I don't play in D1 or, in the unique competitions, but up there in the highest level of Sorare sort of competitions, you could play 2 super rares and 3 uniques. Now it's just going to 4 uniques, and you can only play 1 super if you want to. You could play 5 uniques, obviously. So that is interesting. It kind of prices out a lot of those like galleries that, are kind of edging towards, buying more uniques, but I guess you just need to buy even more now, which is great for Sorare, I guess. We'll be making no changes to the matrix. I guess that's pretty interesting. I thought there'd be a few changes in regards to like the amount of points like defenders lose on a goal, like the 4 points. I think that's still pretty hefty for me. And the goalkeeper situation where they lose 3 points each goal, and then on the third goal they lose the 3 points and the negative decisive. Again, I think that's a little bit hefty. They could have maybe dropped it down a tiny bit, tweaked it a tiny bit. But other than that, I think the matrix is pretty solid, honestly. To maintain a more healthy game balance, we will only ever cover leagues when we have licensed clubs in that league. The Chinese Super League will remain as covered, as coverage here was introduced before the rule. Fair enough. Cards in non-licensed leagues competing for card rewards from licensed clubs would lead to an unhealthy game balance. We will not cover the Saudi Arabian League for the 23-24 season, and we will reevaluate the situation before the season. And so that sums up the dilemmas we've had as a community, and I guess Sorare. It clears everything up now that, the Saudi League isn't being covered for the next season, but they'll reevaluate it the season after that. So it gives Sorare a chance to kind of, evaluate how broken / not broken the scoring will be in Saudi for a lot of these teams and players. So I think that's the fairest way to do it. I know it's not great for people who have lost cards to Saudi this season, this transfer window as well. It's obviously not ideal by any means, but they haven't like locked it off completely in that sense, which I think is good. They don't mention anything to do with like Russia here. I don't know if I'm guessing the Russian league's still going to be covered, even though we don't have any. I don't think we have any licensed teams from Russia anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong in the description in the comment section. But okay, that kind of makes sense there. Club facilities. More power. Introducing club facilities. The 23-24 season launches new features that will give you, the Sorare manager, more tools than ever to connect and own every aspect of your club on a daily basis. Starting in September, you can build your club legacy through the club facilities feature. You can build your stadium facilities from the ground up, along with maintaining your managing your squad, staff, and club identity. We will initially launch with 2 facility centers, a physio and a training, that will allow you to manage your card bonuses, with the goal to follow up with more facilities landing soon, such as your very own stadium and more. Interesting. Okay, this sounds complicated. Managers will unlock and build their facilities through the club shop and in-game achievements. Okay, so you're making the SO coins, a lot more viable as a collectible thing and something that you want to sort of earn through the game. Your training center. Following the change to the training competition to academy, we're delighted to announce that we'll be launching the training facility feature. Here is how it's going to work. Submit groups of players cards to your training facility. Cards in training accumulate XP more quickly than by playing in other game modes. Okay, makes sense. The facility can be upgraded via the club shop to accommodate more cards. Okay, pretty straightforward. This is just the first step. Oh, here we go. The complication will arrive at some point, I'm sure. We have plans to launch training drill items in the club shop that will cater to many different strategies. For example, if you only play under 23, come on the under 23 boys. Exclusively, then you may want to claim a temporary under 23 training drill that boosts a player's cards XP a little more quickly. Okay, so club shop items are going to include little training boosts specific to maybe a card or a region. Maybe, I know this is saying under 23s, maybe there'll be like a Champion Europe card XP boost, who knows. For our initial facilities, we're taking inspiration from the biggest football games in the world, and we're always looking for new opportunities to innovate. We will keep an eye on our community feedback for inspiration. Interesting. Let's go through the physio center first, then I can give my 2 cents on it. Physio center. You can manage your players' fitness by speeding up the fitness recovery of your players' cards. Fitness is a new card bonus that's part of the larger bonus restructure. We will explain bonus updates in more details below. Here's how the fitness bonus works. With the fitness bonus, cards at full fitness will benefit from a 10% bonus applied to their game week score. Okay. Fitness bonuses range from 0 to 10%. All player cards start with a 10% fitness bonus. A player's card fitness bonus only decreases if the card is included in a game week lineup and starts or is a sub in their team for that particular game week. Fitness bonuses increase for any player card that are not used during a game week. This is where the physio center comes into play. Managers can send their players who need a rest to the physio to restore their fitness more quickly. Just before going any further, this gets a bit weird, doesn't it? Because, you pay a premium for cards on Sorare. Let's just take Joshua Kimmich, for example, that plays, every weekend for his club, and then obviously midweeks in the Champions League or whatever, doesn't really get a rest. Players like him, there is no time to rest. There's no time to go to the physio in that sense. You're going to want to play him all the time because he's a great scorer and he plays all the time. It's an obvious one, right? Hence why he's so expensive and hence why he's one of the best cards on the game. This kind of deters from wanting to buy those cards, because this is saying that, the more you play a card, the quicker the fitness bonus decreases. Obviously, you start at 10%. The range is from 0 to 10, but if the card's fresh, if that makes sense, if he's fit, he's on 10%. The more you play him, that decreases. Well, if you're playing Kimmich every game week, your fitness bonus on him is going to go down, unless obviously, I guess you buy these physio items, which we'll obviously get into now. But I don't know, it does seem a bit gimmicky, this, for me, just on first glance. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Rest packs. Physio item will be available in the club shop and can be bought with coins or money. Interesting. So this is how they're going to sort of get us as far as wanting to use our best cards all the time. It's going to come at a cost, i.e. coins, or this time money. I think that's really interesting. So they're making you spend to be able to play your best cards effectively every game week, as long as, those cards have, that amount of utility. Very interesting. Rest packs can also be won for in-game achievements or rewards. Okay, that's interesting. On top of adding a new gameplay strategy, the fitness bonus model with rest packs benefit Sorare's long-term health and sustainability. Okay, it offers a new revenue stream, fair enough-ish, but I just can't see how big that's going to be / get, but we'll see, which offers us even more market stability. Okay, we'll follow up with more key details soon. For our initial facilities, we're taking inspiration from so like it's getting very like foot, ultimate teamy for me, like, where you have like the fitness cards and the boosts, and I don't play ultimate team. I used to as a kid, but like it feels very gimmicky. They're kind of, I don't know, they're just adding layers of complexity where I don't know if this game needs that. I think how it is complex enough in a weird way. It is also like there is obviously simplicities to it as well. Like, I speak to my girlfriend about it and she gets it. Who's like, and she didn't have a clue about football before at all. So like, you can understand the game from like ground zero, but like, I don't know, man, this is getting complicated, I think. But we'll continue reading. More ownership. 4 bonuses to build winning strategies. For the 23-24 season, we're updating the card bonus model to offer managers more control and deeper levels of strategy. On top of this, we're rebalancing the card bonuses so they're more accurately reflected our gameplay evolution in the last 6 months. Blah, blah, blah. New fitness bonus. As mentioned above, starting in September, we will introduce a new fitness bonus. Okay, we know that fitness bonus is a basic layer of strategy for our managers when competing in a game week. Experience points, XP. XP has significantly changed since 2019, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The game way, okay, fair enough. In a nutshell, the final XP requirement remains the same, 24,500 points compared to the current formula. With the new formula, XP in the new system will simply accumulate more slowly in the initial months and will increase more quickly after a few months. I understand that. In that sense, that kind of, means... So I kind of want you to hold on to these cards a bit longer than a few months because, I mean, it kind of encourages collectability, doesn't it, if we're being honest? The longer you keep a card, the more XP it'll sort of snowball and accumulate over time. I think that makes sense in a way. To add to this update, as of September, cards must be submitted into your training facility or competitions that reward XP to accumulate XP. Unused cards will no longer passively accumulate XP. So yeah, right now, cards just get, I think it's like a base of 75 XP every game week, no matter if you play them in a lineup or not. But that is ending. I think I don't disagree with that, to be fair. The above changes allow us to make key changes to a larger plan, blah, 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 okay. Oh yeah, this is interesting actually. Club facilities launch and the eventual reintroduction of card bonuses to cap modes. Okay, yeah, they've mentioned this before. We are also planning to introduce a new card XP summary that will allow you to easily track changes to your players' XP growth at the end of a game week. I think that's good. Right now it's a bit, it's kind of hidden in terms of, trying to understand what, your card bonuses are on cards. Okay, new season bonus. Following community update, we have simplified the new season bonus expiry for a club. New season bonuses will now expire as soon as the first game week opens during the opening domestic league fixture for your club's card. That is interesting. So like, for example, the Premier League cards that we have right now, the launch edition cards that have they still have their 5% bonus or new season bonus. When the Premier League comes round on August 8th or whenever it is, that 5% bonus will be gone, even though we won't have the new cards yet. The new cards tend to come out like a month into the season. So, that's kind of interesting. Well, I mean, they give you the example here, I guess, isn't it? Season bonus for the 23-24 season will expire the first game week of the new Premier League. The new Premier League. This is wrong, isn't it? It's not 24-25 fixtures this year. I swear it's 23-24. Or am I just being stupid? Anyway, we're making this change so managers don't have a bonus advantage if a player moves to a non-licensed club or if the relaunch of a club is delayed compared to the other clubs in that league. Okay. All card bonuses applied, including the new season bonus rule, will go live in September. Collection bonus was a first step towards our wider... Yes, we know about the collection bonus. To recap here, the 4 card bonuses that are going to make up a cards bonuses, I guess, in September. So the new season bonus is 5%. That's always been the case. is the immediate and temporary bonus that new cards receive every year. It's an easy concept to understand, yeah, for sure. The fitness one increases and decreases very slightly from game week. It's straightforward and can be easily managed from a game week to game week basis. I am interested to see, like, obviously I mentioned the Kimmich example, how much of a percentage are these cards going to go down a game week? Is it 1%? I think 1% or 0.5% would be fair. It'd be interesting to see, yeah, what the physio part of that is. Like, how much can you boost them back up? Maybe it's... I'd be shocked if it's more than 1%. So, like, if you play Kimmich in game week 390, he loses 1% fitness. And if you play him in the next game week, he loses another 1%, and so on and so forth. XP, still 0 to 10%. And that's normal. And then collection bonus is still 0 to 5%. Okay, that makes sense. But this does sort of touch upon, beyond the collection bonus, we are working for collection scores to also unlock new exclusive items in the club shop, which is such as VIP tickets and stuff. I think that's great, and once in a lifetime experiences. Can't fault that. New ETH threshold and card bonuses in cap mode. This is important. Following community feedback, blah, 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 blah. We will introduce all 4 above card bonuses to our cap mode competitions, along with the captain bonus of 20%. So right now in cap 240, where you can like grind Ethereum payouts and stuff, and cap 220, there's no card bonuses at all. There's only card bonuses in cap 270. But this is basically saying that there's going to be card bonuses in all cap modes, which I think is great, but we'll read upon this next part. In order to offer all managers a fair and exciting experience and maintain our current balance, we will be increasing the points needed from 250 to 300. This new target for ETH thresholds will not make hitting the target more difficult. We have considered the impact of the 4 card bonuses and captain bonus when setting this new point threshold. Here is an example of the impact of bonuses in action from a team that recently hit the ETH threshold. So we've got Beacon Goals, John, McCarthy, Boo, and Chul. So the flat score was that, basically 251. And then player score with the bonuses, if these were the bonuses that they had. So he had the new season on this one. He had 4.5 XP. He had 6% fitness, and then he had 1% collection bonus, and that then accumulates to 47.8. And then, across the board, that meant they still, beat the threshold, I guess, even though it was tight in both sort of areas. But I guess it's interesting to see. Only 2 of them have new season cards in that sense. 3 of them don't. So that's a big disadvantage as far as that goes. But scarcity bonuses don't apply in cap modes. Please note that the new 300 points target could slightly decrease or increase based on our initial data review. Okay, fair enough. Similar to how we launch cap modes, we will closely monitor the data, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, so 300 points now is the new target to hit the capped, to hit the thresholds. It's interesting, but obviously we do have the bonuses. I mean, it is interesting because like we do have the captain bonus as well, which is big, which is just 20% bonus. If you nail your captain right in these cap modes, I'm not saying there's no excuse to not hit the threshold, but it does make it a lot easier in that sense. If your captain hits 75 plus, you're in a very good position in that sense, as long as the other 4 players play, which is easier said than done, don't get me wrong. But yeah, let me know what you think about the increase. I think it makes sense. I don't think they're lying when they say that, it's not going to be harder, if that makes sense. I think it will be easier, but it's only easier if you've got the new season bonuses on all cards, and that means, buying new cards all the time, which is, so is a business. I'm not like looking down upon that. They need to make money, obviously, but it is interesting to see that they've tweaked that. More connection, a new dimension. For the 23-24 season, we will have 3D cards launching. Okay. Each season will develop and enhance our card design, blah, blah, blah. They will introduce a 3D component with front and back. That sounds interesting. I do like the sound of that. Managers will be able to rotate their cards by moving their screen and feel more connected than ever to their cards. Special edition cards will have different front and back designs. Nice. I like that. Yeah. I mean, makes sense. Nothing too crazy there. More connection where fantasy meets reality. New season, they want to offer more rewards or once in a lifetime, real life stuff. 22-23, our community won thousands of tickets, jerseys, whatever, which they did. Imagine hopping on a private plane with your team and flying to a Champions League knockout game. Yeah, this was all possible last season. Where will we go in this new season? Here's a rundown of how passion ownership all leads to fan connection. Through the collection feature, VIP tickets, jerseys, and once in a lifetime opportunities all come about, which is great for people buying Arsenal stacks and United stacks or whatever. Collection-wise, we'll ramp up the special weeklies and offer more VIP tickets. Okay. This month, we will drop the Sorare hats. Sorare hat, let's go. We will continue to support, blah, blah, blah. And then just a thank you to the community. Through passion, ownership, and connection, we strongly believe that the above roadmap puts Sorare in an excellent position to grow healthily and offers our community new opportunities to strategize, connect, and win amazing rewards along the way. We'll keep an eye on your feedback and follow up with more details and exact launch dates from, for all the above. Also, Dan will be taking part in a Sorare Data live stream next week with community members to review and discuss the updates in full. Interesting. Okay. Debrief. That was a lot to unpack. I was 26 minutes long. I hope this video ends up being like a 30-minute, to be fair. So we've got four or so minutes to kind of debrief that. I don't know, man. Like, a lot of it is good and positive. I like this kickoff situation as far as like onboarding and getting new people involved in the game and the ease of that and the dailiness of that. I think that's great. The 3D cards, pretty cool. The threshold thing is interesting, but I do think it's a good thing that we have. Like, I think this is beneficial to us. I think this does make it easier, like they say. Like, I don't think, as long as you are, doing well as far as like XP on cards and this fitness stuff, I think you can play this threshold thing into your favor in that sense. Right now, I think it's really hard to win the threshold, lads, if I'm being honest. I've won the super rare threshold like 4 times. I've won the rare threshold maybe like 10 times out of like probably 25, 30 attempts, potentially, maybe even more. Where like before it was obviously a lot easier. I know there was 2 thresholds. There was a 200 mark and was it 205 and then 250. Now it's 300, but we obviously get the XP in there. I think it's okay. I think we can deal with that personally. The fitness thing is interesting. Like, I don't know if I like it, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I'm interested to see how much of a percentage using a card in a game week, decreases the fitness. Obviously it starts on 10% as a fully fit card. What do we lose? Do we lose 2%? Do we lose 1%? Do we lose 0.5%? Whatever it is, I'd be interested to see what comes about there. The new season bonus thing is a bit annoying as far as like, you lose the bonus, as soon as the season starts. But I get it. It's a level playing field for everyone in that sense. But I wonder what happens with like, say if I've bought a Southampton card, for example, and they've dropped down to the Premier League, they're now competing in the Championship. I guess they lose their 5%, right? Is how I'm understanding that. Let me know if I've got that wrong. I don't think I have, but maybe I have. So yeah, it's interesting. It's becoming a lot more gamified, I think. A lot more like FIFA Ultimate Teamy with the physio stuff and the items and the bonuses. I don't know. I think it's a complicated game as it is, but I have a thirst for that. I don't know if the general sort of football community kind of do, if I'm being honest. And this does make it makes it realistic as far as like, you're owning your club and you have your fitness and you have your physios, you have the stadium. Like, I get what they're doing. Like, I really understand it. It makes sense. But from like a understandability and ease of gaming point of view, I think it becomes tough to understand from a new perspective. I spoke to somebody earlier who hasn't played the game for like 5 months, and he was like, I think it would take me a week just to even like understand the game. And he was like a really good Sorare player before that in that sense. Like he was a very good player, like an SO5 player. But now he seems to think that it would take him a while to update himself on all these updates, which I think it would. Like it becomes interesting. The Saudi thing's interesting as well. I think they made the right call on that. Scoring matrix, I'm a little bit annoyed that they didn't tweak bits and bobs there, but it is what it is. Obviously the super eligibility and the unique, I mean, it doesn't really affect me and many people, I guess, watching this video, but regardless, it's still a thing. Cash wallets coming soon. Can we just have it, please? Yeah, I don't know. It is a massive update. I'm interested to see like your guys' perspective on this and how you think this will go down when it's sort of integrated. But yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, we've got the longer format competitions. I think that is a good thing. I do like that. I'm interested to see how this new game week thing, like it says they're scrapping the game weeks. Like we're not having the game weeks that we have right now. So very interesting to see how all these changes are sort of digested by the community. Interested to see your thoughts as well. Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I am going to be recording the podcast with Feder tonight. So look out for that when that drops a couple hours after you've seen this video. But yeah, appreciate you watching. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. All the best, lads.